Week 3 of the NFL season, Thursday Night Football, arguably the best team in the league against maybe the worst team in the league, Dolphins at Bills. In this video, Nick is going to have his best bet coming off that sweat-free Packers pick in Week 2. We're going to talk Josh Allen, his broken nose, how much more time Mike McDaniel has left, and much, much more, including how you can get $300 from a measly $5 wager. Welcome to the channel. Ninja here with Nick Holz. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new, and let us know your favorite Thursday Night Football bet in the comment section below. Nick, Josh Allen breaks his nose in the Week 2 win over the Jets. He intends to decline x-rays and suit up Thursday. Do you think this impacts how Buffalo approaches the game on Thursday night?
Well, he seemed fine after the game, right? I mean, he said he took a knee to the nose or something along those lines. So, maybe in a game where they're 12.5-point favorites, the Bills take an early lead and tell Allen to stop running the football as much, or maybe just get out of bounds, I mean, the Bills put up 224 rushing yards on the Jets last week, so they can also just hand it off to their backs and be in pretty good shape. So I'd probably go that route.
I asked the question because of this. He's been absolutely phenomenal against Miami in his career. 12-2 in 14 career games, over 3,700 passing yards, 37 touchdowns to just 8 picks. So do you think this could potentially be a spot that we should be lining up to bet Josh Allen overs in player prop markets?
Yeah, I mean, you ran through the stats there. I mean, that's almost a full season of games against this Dolphins team, and he's dominated, right? So, I mean, if you look at our primetime betting report, under the bright lights, Allen throws for over 250 passing yards and over 2 touchdowns per game. So you definitely want to keep an eye on those props. But after this performance in week 1 and 2, I mean, those numbers are probably going to be gigantic when they do drop. So definitely keep an eye out. And if they get too high, maybe you want to take a look at an under instead.
Now, I know the sample size is small. It's only been 2 weeks, but are the Miami Dolphins the worst team in the NFL, Nick?
I mean, if you look at the way this team is played, they sure seem like it. Giving up over 33 points per game, allowing opponents to convert over 50% of third downs, and opposing passers to complete 78% of passes on 9.7 yards per attempt. That means that when a quarterback drops back against the Dolphins, he's throwing for almost a first down every single time he attempts a pass. That's just insane. That's tough to win with, right? Like, you've got Storm Duck, Jack Jones, Jason Marshall, and Rasul Douglas as your corners. That's probably the worst trio of corners in the NFL. That might be the worst trio of corners for some college football teams, to be honest with you. And then offensively, I mean, your burners, your receivers are all 5'11", 4'3" guys, which is great, but it's tough to move the chains sometimes. And that's what you're seeing with the Dolphins too. I mean, Devon Achane in the backfield is another fantastic weapon, but he's really boom or bust. I think he finished with the worst run stop rate in the NFL last year, meaning the majority of his runs, the percentage of his runs that were stopped either at the line of scrimmage or behind it. So he's a completely boom or bust player. And winning football is all about consistency between the offense, defense, and special teams in the NFL. We saw Malik Washington return a punt, amazing play yesterday against the Pats, but then the Dolphins give up a kick return touchdown on the ensuing kickoff. So maybe the perfect encapsulation of this Dolphins team so far in 2025.
I want to talk about Mike McDaniel in a second here, but I'm going to put you on the spot. You were talking about that super thin cornerback room in Miami. Do you think Thursday Night Football could be a good spot for wide receiver prop markets here, like thinking like Keon Coleman or Josh Palmer? Keon Coleman especially has had a really good start to the season. Do you think there's going to be some stuff to bet there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm looking at a guy like Josh Palmer who creates separation, should be wide open against these guys. Keon Coleman can just go up and moss them because they're smaller corners as well. I mean, the Dolphins secondary does have Minkah Fitzpatrick back there playing free safety, but he can't do it all by himself, right? So there's definitely going to be some opportunities in that market.
How much longer do you give Mike McDaniel at this rate? Like, should bettors be looking at him in first coach to be fired betting markets if there are any out there?
Yeah, 100%. And if you look at our next coach fired odds piece over on oddshark.com, you'll see that entering the weekend, McDaniels was the favorite at minus 400. And I really expect those odds to explode after their performance on Sunday. The schedule does get a little bit easier for Miami here with the Jets and Panthers on deck. So maybe you want to wait a couple weeks to bet that until his odds kind of come back around. Because after those games, the Dolphins do face the Chargers, then the Ravens and the Bills in weeks 9 and 10. So it's going to be a tough year for Mike McDaniel. I mean, that young, hip offensive guru storyline only lasts so long.
The Dolphins have backups now on the right side of that offensive line, which is Tua's blind side, right guard, right tackle. Should we be thinking about maybe sack props for this one?
100%. I mean, check out the value when those props drop. But with Austin Jackson and James Daniels and IR, that's Tua's blind side as a left-handed quarterback. So really tough for this offensive line to operate, especially after losing Teron Armstead to retirement in the offseason. If you find some good value on the Joey Bosa or Greg Rousseau prop market, you definitely want to be on that. I mean, the Bills defense held the Jets to 0 for 11 on third down, racked up 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and 23 quarterback pressure. So it's a front seven that can get after the quarterback.
This after that Jets offense looked pretty good in week 1 against a good Pittsburgh Steelers team as well. So that's been a very good performance for the Bills. I'm going to get to your pick here in a second. And I mean, it feels like Buffalo anything in this one. But for the folks at home, if you are looking for a sports book to bet Dolphins Bills, look no further than FanDuel, where you can turn a $5 new customer bet into $300 in bonus bets. All you need to do is sign up, place your first wager of any type for $5, and you can claim $300 in bonus bets if that bet wins. Absolutely simple. So get signed up today. I'll drop a link down below in the description, and you correctly hit that first bet, and you get a cool $300 in bonus bets. Let's get to a pick here, Nick. You said it earlier. We're looking at the Bills as 12.5-point home faves for this one, minus 900 on the money line. The total there, 49.5, over minus 115, under coming back at minus 105. We talked about Josh Allen's success against this Dolphins franchise. What are you looking at betting for this one for Thursday Night Football in week 3?
Yeah, it's very telling that the total sits at 49.5 points to open. I mean, everybody's going to be all over the Bills and the Bills props in this one after they've exploded for over 30 points in back-to-back games. But I'm going to advise caution there because this is a divisional matchup. The double-digit point spread kind of turns me off that, especially against teams that know each other very, very well. So I'm sticking with the primetime unders trend here. I mean, we talked about Mike McDaniel and this Dolphins squad, and don't get me wrong, McDaniel's seeing some struggles, but he is a football coach and in the NFL, so he understands his team's limitations. And I think the Dolphins understand that they need to run the football here and limit their losses, cutting down on the Bills' possessions and just how many times the ball ends up in Josh Allen's hands, to be honest, because over the past 6 quarters, he looks like he's going to win MVP again, right? So the Bills' rushing defense allowed an NFL high 6.8 yards per carry on the year so far and 169 rushing yards per game. So they are susceptible to the run. I like that under just because I know the Dolphins are going to have to milk the clock.